Welcome back to our Cliffside Retreat. A lot of big things have happened. Come on, let's go and take a look. We've installed our new 3/4 inch plywood on top of our sleeper system, which we showed you on our last episode. We had to fur up and bring up the second level as well as the downstairs to a new level surface as a result of our house sliding down. This is the original plywood. Sleeper system, old ply, new ply, create a nice level surface to frame walls on. You can see before we had no walls framed. Now we've started. As we kind of walk our way through, this is going to be our new stairwell. The old stairwell was in the back, came up the backside entrance, which was totally funky and weird. Now we're going to create a nice grand stairwell that opens up to that beautiful view. You come through here, this is a nice formal living room for entertaining. We started framing our walls. This is our nice long hallway. This is our bedroom. As we look up to the ceiling here, you can see we raised the ceiling. And the reason why we did that, as a result of re-leveling the floor, we lost ceiling height. We raised the floor about 3 or 4 inches. So in order to accommodate or bring back that height, that ceiling height, we took out our existing ceiling joists, raised them up, re-leveled them, and then fastened them. So now we essentially have a higher ceiling. We did the same thing downstairs. We've got our bedroom here, come through here. This is the entrance to the new bathroom, guest bath, with a shower, tub, vanity, and toilet. Go into the master suite. It opens up to a beautiful window that faces the canyon. Add a different window here so you can face the ocean. And then behind us here is our master bath. Tub here, and then the closet goes on the other side. And here's our nice big shower. We had to raise the floor up. As a result of that, we were able to gain clearance and create that seamless transition shower, which requires no curb or no step in. It's just a simple roll-in shower. This is where our shower's gonna go. Next step up here, guys, would be to finish all the wall framing, roughen our utilities, and then frame for all our doors and windows on the exterior, because everything kind of gets modified a little bit. This window goes away, we add a window here, we need to add a window there. So that's pretty much it for the upstairs. The last phase on the upstairs would be to dial in and make sure that the deck is ready. We're actually changing the shape of the deck, which we'll show you in a later episode. But moving along upstairs, let's go downstairs now. Mucho bueno. All right, guys, so we're downstairs now. We had just started taking out some of the foundation and working on corrective measures as far as lifting the house. Judging by all the dirt that is piled up in the bedrooms, we've started digging holes. So these holes represent caissons, right? What we're attempting to do here, guys, is create what we call caissons. Okay, so caissons go down a certain depth based on geotechnical requirements and surveying. And they're cages, okay, that get prefabricated and built and installed, and then concrete gets poured around them. So they go down into the earth depending on what is required. These caissons on the outside edge of the exterior of the house need to go down 10 feet from underneath existing footing. So right now I'm at just under, you can see the tape measure, just under about 6 feet, 72 inches. So this hole right here, we've gone down 6 feet. We need to go down another 4 feet. There's another one on the far outside corner. It's gonna go down 10 feet. That one over there goes down 10 feet. It gets tied together with what we call grade beam. Grade beam is essentially kind of a caisson laid on its side. So the caissons go down vertically into the ground. The grade beam lays horizontally, and they all tie in together. And then that ties into your new slab. Right now we're working on caissons on the foundation, build the cages, pour the concrete, and then we work on our grade beam, which is next. Let's go over and look at the other caissons. So not a lot of action here. You can see we've got our big beam ready to go up into the ceiling. We cut our pad and dug for our pad footing here. This beam right here is gonna go up in the ceiling, carry the load for the new stairs. The stairs are gonna go here. We're gonna wrap that corner and go up. It'll be nice. We widened the hallway. When we first came, the hallway was very narrow, it dropped down low. We've changed that. So we opened it up to about 50 inches, which is nice. So we've got a nice big hallway. In the hallway, there's been, hey Ben, oh. We have found more dirt, so that means one thing, digging. So there's a hole here, you can see? These go down 6 feet. Keep our holes covered just for safety. Here, we go down 10. So 10's along the outside edge with the grade beam. 6 is here. Carefully, we'll make our way over. I'm gonna go down in there, okay? So make sure that you guys pull me back out, but I'm gonna go down and you can shoot me, all right? Carefully going down. As you can see, underneath the existing, we've got just over 5 feet. So this one's gonna go 5 more feet down. Help me! So now I can come back out, if you'll let me. I'm okay. I am okay.
Go for it.
I was digging. That's the hardworking team that's doing all this work for us, guys. Couldn't be more grateful and happy for all the work that these guys are doing. Working on this one, working on the middle one, working on the far one. That's the big push right now, is to get down and up, get the foundation completely done so we can cross it off the list. And then it's just put back. Electrical, plumbing, HVAC, all our rough and utilities, insulation, drywall, and then all our finishes. It's a big work in progress. I'm very happy with how everything's going.
Jetzt ist up, noch, genau das. Kann niemand sagen, was.
All right, guys, welcome back. We're getting ready for our big pour tomorrow. We're pouring concrete. Let's go take a look at all the footings. I'm gonna walk you guys through what we've done in order for preparation for our big pour. We're getting ready to pour our caissons and our pad footings. Let me show you what our cages look like. Down inside, we've built these cages, okay? These are caisson cages. Number 6 rebar wrapped with number 3 bar ties. They're propped up off the ground. So we're gonna fill this up with concrete tomorrow. Tomorrow's a huge day here. Fill it up with concrete, and we'll have bars sticking up. Once the concrete cures, we'll come back the next day and bend the bars down and tie it into our slab, which is gonna be in a separate pour. But we've got a caisson here, a caisson over there, and then 4 more caissons. Another hole right there with our cage. We've got this one down 8 feet. We've got our bars, our number 6 bars, and we'll bend these bars down into what we call a grade beam. That grade beam will get tied. It'll anchor to our caisson, which will in turn then anchor to our new slab that we're gonna pour. Caissons are getting poured tomorrow. It's an exciting day. I can't wait to show you guys, so stay tuned. All right, so we're here. Today is big day, pour day. We got our truck, we got our pump, we got our hose, which is running up along the back side here. We're ready to fill our caissons with concrete and make this happen. So let's go take a look. We got our mat steel in, ready to pour this slab. Okay, this little depression in the existing slab, we're gonna raise this up. This will all be filled with concrete. Got whiskey over there, getting ready for the big day. All right, whiskey, let's rock and roll, baby. So we got our footing here, and we're gonna pump. So let's take a look here, guys. What we use here is we got a truck full of concrete. It dumps the mud, the concrete into the hopper, and then the hopper takes the concrete and pumps it through this hose, okay? Run all the way out, kind of like a garden hose, except bigger and reinforced. But there it is, there's the end of it. So the mud comes from the truck, goes onto the hopper, the pump. It goes into the pump and it processes the mud and pumps it out to right here. Fills it up with concrete, and then we have our installation. So Andres is getting ready. We promise we're not gonna bury you down there, Andres, all right? we won't leave you down there. Ah, I see. All right. That first little bit of water that came out, guys, that's primer. They use that to kind of get the hose lubricated and get it ready for the mud to come through. You typically don't want to put that water, that slurry in your structural footing. You can see, now it's just solid concrete. Where are you going next with these? Well, the other thing is they're going to tie a grade beam. Hole done. We're on to number 2. Same process all over again. Fill it up. Hey, like the 3rd hole, we're filling it up to the top. We're still on our very first truck, so each truck has about 9 yards of concrete in it, plus or minus. You have everything you need. we've got our mat slab in. We raised this section of concrete up. It was depressed. We filled it with concrete and reinforced rebar. And now what Whiskey's doing here, he's floating the concrete. He's bull floating, trying to take out any unevenness, let the concrete settle, and then he'll come back and apply a couple different trowels to finish the slab off. But the first thing you do when you lay a bull float on it. Oh, great day today pouring concrete, right? We got our caissons all done and we got that uplift slab already. This Cliffside Retreat has expansive clay soil underneath. So as you can see out in the distance, you've got some homes up on the bluff there, and you can see the earth exposed. Okay, so that's a series of slides that have happened over time here in town. But expansive clay soil is tricky because what happens when it gets wet, the clay absorbs the moisture and then it doesn't dry out. So it just absorbs the moisture and just sits there. When you add weight to it or you add a structure to it, over time, it weakens and causes movement. Ideal soil is a soil condition in which water will penetrate it and work through it, but it has the ability to kind of fall out and drain out. Unfortunately, the soil underneath here is clay. That's what we have to deal with. So we went in, so we filled up all of our caissons. They're full of concrete now. And now we have bars sticking up. Once the concrete cures, we'll come back and we'll bend those bars down and tie them into what we call a grade beam, with which then we will tie our grade beam into our new concrete slab. So everything's working together to kind of help reinforce and stabilize the concrete foundation to ensure that it works well with the existing clay condition. A little tricky, but a lot of fun. Guys did a great job today. We're excited for the next phase, which would be grade beam work and slab work. So stay tuned for the next episode and we'll bring you in.